Look out, worm waste, Slack called, and jumped, just missing Jackin. I almost landed on your head this time. He turned and punched Jackin's back companionably. I swear, you're less awake than any bonder I know. What's the matter, empty bag? As if punctuating the question, he took another poke at Jackin's bag, which clinked a quick answer. Dark, ferreted-eyed Slack bent down to tie his sandals, still talking in his insistent, whiny voice. Less awake each day. Wonder what he's doing out half the night. Is it the pits, I ask? He doesn't answer. The stews? Will he respond? How about... He stood, facing Jackin again. Jackin grunted. Let Slack think what he will. The image of the spirals of smoke signaling from the weed and warp patch filled his mind. Jackin gave a second meaningless grunt and stood. He always found it hard to speak before he had gulped down his first cup of tack. Leave him alone, Slack, called out the boy in the next bunk. You know how he is in the morning. The boy leapt down from the bunk with an easy grace and put his hand out to Jackin. Never mind this talking lizard, Silent One. I'll lead you straight to the tack pot. Then, perhaps, you will honour us with your words. Turning, Jackin called lightly over the heads of the younger boys. You were right, Slack. Likkarn scowled and read off Jackin's duties anyways, his voice edged with anger. Don't forget, Slack's whine began before they were out of the door. You promised you'd take... Jackin nodded and walked quickly to get away from Slack's voice. He willed himself to remember the oasis and the sands in the incubans. He was halfway to the stud barn when Slack caught up with him. You did promise, you know. Oh, lizard lump, shut up already! I know I promised! Jackin rarely got angry with anyone except Slack. Then, at his friend's crestfallen look, Jackin was immediately contrite. I'm sorry, Slack. I didn't mean to yell. I'm just... He stopped, horrified with himself. He had been about to confess to Slack how tired he was and why. Erican had turned back and interrupted them. It's just been too many days since your last bond-off, he supplied. He put his arm over Jackin's shoulder. That's all. Jackin nodded. They all accepted that explanation and went on to the barn. Okay, this has been a preview of Chapter 2 of Dragon's Blood by Jane Yolen. Voices, all played by me, GamePro011. Audio editing, unfortunately, also played by me, or done by me, because it'd probably be a hell of a lot better if I wasn't the one doing it. All of the songs played here were entirely off of the Spyro the Dragon soundtrack, made by Stuart Copeland, and would be associated with Insomniac Games. I own no rights to them at all. The book is Dragon's Blood by Jane Yolen, which I also don't have copyrights to, except for the fact that I own a copy of the book. And, by the way, just so you know, this track I've never heard in Spyro the Dragon, but it is part of the soundtrack, apparently. And I kind of like it. I think it's a pretty nice outro music. I think it's a pretty nice outro track, if I don't say so myself. Feel free to listen to the rest of the track, and hopefully you guys will be waiting for the complete part of this chapter. See you guys next time. Feel free to listen.